Okay, this lesson will be about dividing rational numbers. First, a review. Just like in multiplication, if you have two positive signs, a positive divided by a positive, the answer is going to be positive. A negative divided by a negative is going to give you a positive. A negative divided by a positive is going to give you a negative. And a positive divided by a negative is going to give you a negative. So if the signs are the same, like in positive, positive, and negative, negative, you're going to get a positive answer. If there is one negative sign among the two signs, then your answer will be negative. So we'll start with negative 5/6 divided by 2/3. We're going to have to make some changes to the exercise before we finish working with it. And that is, we got to change this division sign to a multiplication sign, and we're going to flip the 2/3. So we rewrite our problem. It's going to be negative 5/6. And instead of divided, we're going to do times. And then we flip the fraction and make it 3/2. This is only done with fractions now, not with decimals, just with the fractions. Now, the next thing that we can do, there are two things that we can do. We can go ahead and multiply the numerator times the numerator and denominator times denominator. We get negative 15/12. And now we've got to go about reducing this problem. So both these numbers are divisible by 3, so that will give us negative 5/4. Now, the other way to do it is negative 5/6 times 3/2, which is what we have right here after we've made our change. We started out with divided by 2/3, and we changed it to times 3/2. Now, let's look at the different way to do it. We see that 3 up here and 6 have a common factor, and that common factor is 3. So what we can do is we can say 3 goes into 3 one time, and 3 goes into 6 two times. Now we've already simplified our problem, and we go negative 5 times 1 gives us negative 5, and 2 times 2 gives us 4. So we come up with the same answer, already simplified. Now let's try 2/3 divided by 1/6. Remember, what we're going to do is rewrite the problem, except we change the division sign to a multiplication sign, and we flip the second fraction. Use the reciprocal. Once again, what we're going to try to do is go ahead and reduce the fractions before we do our multiplication. So we look at it, and once again, this is a 3 and a 6. The 3 and the 6 both have a common factor of 3. So we'll go 3 goes into 3 one time, and 3 goes into 6 two times. And now we do our multiplication. 2 times 2 gives us 2. And 1 times 1 gives us 1, so our answer is 2. Now we get to work with mixed numbers. The first thing you have to do when you're working with mixed numbers in division is you've got to change it to an improper fraction. And the way we do that is we multiply the whole number times the denominator and add the numerator. So we'll go 3 times 6 is 18, plus 5 is 23/6. Divided by, and we go 2 times 3 is 6, and 1 makes 7. 7/3. And now, one of the things you can notice about the problem now is we have a negative sign here and a negative sign here. That means we have two negative signs, and that means our answer is going to be positive. So we don't have to worry about the negative signs anymore. We know our answer is going to be positive. So now we have to rewrite the problem as 23/6 times and we flip the second fraction and make it 3 over 7. Now once again we check, and I'm sorry that it's the same one again, but you should notice this by now that the 3 and the 6 can be reduced. So we'll go 3 goes into 3 one time, 3 goes into 6 two times, and now we're going to multiply our numerator times the numerator. 23 times 1 gives us 23, and 2 times 7 gives us 14. Now, one of the things about this exercise now is that we have to change the 23 over 14 into a mixed number. And the reason for that is because in our original problem up here, we had actually both of them were mixed numbers. But if you have a mixed number in your problem and you come up with an improper fraction in your answer, then you have to change it to a mixed number also. So we're going to go 23 divided by 14. That goes one time with 9 left over. And so our answer will be 1 and 9/14. So we write 1, we write 1 and 9/14. And remember, our answer is positive because we had 2 negative signs in the original problem.